Just kidding. Once again, I am your Mad City Madman, your host, Patrick Ever, with the Mad City Podcast, coming to you live, over here on Fisher Street, in Southside Madison. Good neighborhood. I was born in this neighborhood, and who knows? I might just die here too. I was born in St. Mary's, and I've always said St. Mary's is a great place to die. There's 3 major hospitals in Madison. St. Mary's, which I just mentioned, Meriter, and UW. Now, the thing about that is, like, okay, Meriter is a great place to be born. They have one of the best birthing centers in the country, like top 5. Like, you can go in there and have, like, fucking, what do you call it, a edema? Or whatever? You know, where, you have somebody... Medulla? A doula, yeah. A doula there. You can have a doula, there you can have a water birth, you know, you can have whatever you want. To accommodate your specific needs, to have the kind of birthing experience you want for yourself. And if something goes wrong, they have like one of the best NICUs ever. And and maybe, who knows, if things have been different in my circumstances, had my son, whose name is Journey, if he had been born there, maybe we would have had more options in him being able to be better cared for, and maybe Mackenzie too might have been better cared for leading up to that point. So who knows? So yeah, Meriter, great place to be born. UW Hospital, it's a learning hospital, right? Because we got the attached UW University. So there's students there, people coming in all the time, eager to learn, wanting to learn better medicine, better ways of treating people, not just with cuts and bruises and bangs and scrapes, but like diseases and trauma, like serious physical trauma. Like, I mean, if somebody just ripped your fucking arm off and beat you to death with it, or was trying to beat you to death with it, go to UW Hospital. If you have some kind of crazy, like if you get like fucking Ebola or SARS or COVID, UW Hospital is probably the best place to go to. They also have a great psychiatric facility there, as well as units devoted to like people, burns. I mean, all kinds of things. I mean, like, if you're trying to maintain the body that you got and the mind that you have, it's a great place. St. Mary's has been around for a long time. It has like a religious affiliation. They have, like the part of, like, one of their older buildings was just housing for like nuns, so like, they have very soft-spoken nurses, that are, I mean, they're not all nuns now. You don't have to be a nun to work at St. Mary's anymore. But they're all very soft-spoken. They're very kind. They're very gentle. They're very soft lighting, and it's a really nice place to die. It's a really great place to go if you're just looking to check out in a nice, peaceful, calm way. It's like, I've been around for a long time. Yeah, I think it's time I kick off these old shoes of being a person, life, living in the world. And, skip off the mortal coil and, just pass on and, go do whatever people do when they're dead. Get reborn, go to heaven, lay in the dirt. I don't know. I can't know until I'm there. But in the meantime, we're going to have a podcast. And it's going to be brief. It is exactly 8 p.m. And, it's always interesting. I have a tendency to always end up looking at like a timepiece at the exact hour. It happens to me all the time. All the fucking time. I look to see what time it is, and it's exactly on the hour. So we have a half an hour to do this. This is going to be a 2-part episode because I am sitting here with a person that I'm already considering to be a really good friend. Even though we literally just met like maybe an hour and a half ago outside of the Walgreens down the street from my house. I went there to go get some smokes and some over-the-counter medication, and which is great. Walgreens is good for that. And usually their brands are like really reasonable.
Nice.
Yeah, but I was there the other day. And I actually posted a video on Facebook about this. The Benadryl, like the wall drill, $20 for 365 pills of fucking Benadryl or wall drill. I was like, what the fuck? And I understand. I can appreciate that people abuse this medication, and use it as a sleep aid. But goddamn, man, fucking $20? That's crazy. So I bought the $100 one for $10. Yeah, or $100. I'm sorry. I bought the 100 count. The 100 count. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. I bought the 100 count for $10. Because my allergies are not affecting me yet. Last year was so fucking bizarrely bad. I was crying for 2 months. Like, I stopped wiping my face because there was no point. Like, I was just crying. I was just like, it was like, this just is. This is like, I have to just accept this as the reality that, like, my eyes are just be constantly fucking just watering. It was so swollen and it was bad, crusty and gross. But Daisy here, she has really bad allergies. And so I got them for her. She's getting that goopy green shit already because, like, just having had my lawn mowed the other day. So anyway, I have a tendency to go off on tangents, in case you didn't notice. That's sort of part of the appeal, I think, of Mad City Podcast, is that I when I tell a story or when I make a point, I go all the way around the world in getting there, because I like to make little when I travel, I like to stop along the way. When I hitchhiked all over the country, this is one of the great things about hitchhiking, is that you get to stop and invest yourself along the way in, like, these little bits of culture and humanity and just earthly things, along the way, and it's really cool, and that's, to me, the going on the journey is having the experience. So when we have a conversation, when you have a conversation with me when I do this podcast, it's a journey, it's an experience that you're having. It's not just, it's like chit chat, bullshitting. Like, we're gonna talk about some shit, and we're gonna get real, and we're gonna like fucking, we're gonna maybe get a little uncomfortable. We're gonna maybe talk about some things that we normally don't talk about with with other people, especially people that we just happened to meet outside of a fucking Walgreens. But nevertheless, here we are. I am sitting here with my new friend Alyssa, who was not having the best day when I approached, and just to set the scene, she was walking up with a fellow that I've known for a while named Raven, who was an older black man. He's a traveler of sorts, and a shaman in his own right. Very quirky, very, very, very weird, like myself. So I think that's kind of like how we ended up sort of knowing each other. That and the fact that we both play hand drums. And I met him downtown last summer, or maybe the summer before that. No, it was summer before that, 2019. I was downtown playing my drums, and we jammed together. And he's a very interesting man, and I like him, but he could sometimes just be a little, I don't know. He's just, and I get it, because I think sometimes people perceive me as being sort of like creepy, or having maybe some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Ulterior motives. But I think ultimately he's a gentle soul, and he's just trying to make his way through the world, you know, like all of us. But yeah, he's just, I don't know, sometimes he's just like, dude, are you for real? It's like, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, I saw that he was there, and I wanted to say hello and tell him that I had new drums. And he was talking to this woman, and she was, from what I could understand, expressing herself in that she was not feeling great about things, because people were fucking being people were being unkind to her. It was my perception, and she's going to tell me a little bit more about it, and we're going to talk about maybe how sometimes our own character defects can have an impact on other people, and then when they treat us badly, we have to sort of look at it like, is it because they're assholes? I mean, because yeah, if you find yourself feeling down and depressed and feeling like you know the whole world sucks, like, are you really depressed, or are you just surrounded by assholes? But am I playing a part in this too? What did I do to put myself in this situation? What part did I play? What responsibility? What role do I have now to not only own that, but now to make my situation better, you know? And by accepting responsibility for what brought me into a shitty situation, I can then take responsibility in removing myself from that situation and putting myself in a better situation, feeling better about who I am and what I'm doing with my life. So, with no further ado, I will introduce Alyssa, and she is going to remain off camera, but that's fine, because those of you who are just listening on Spotify or Google or Apple, you can't see shit anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. Anyway, Alyssa, please introduce yourself. Say hi.
Hi there. My name's Alyssa, obviously. You did a pretty good job of how we came to be here, I guess. So yeah.
Thank you.
People suck. I'm sure I've sucked to other people, and trying to figure out how badly I've sucked and why people suck to me today, I guess.
It's a lot of sucking.
Well, okay then.
That's what she said. Boom. Okay, that is my inappropriate. That's what she said for the podcast. Noted. So please, if you would, tell me about what happened today. Like what happened? You mentioned that your phone was run over, so that was one thing that you didn't like about today. But what happened today? Tell me about your day.
Today wasn't so bad overall. I had a pretty decent day until that moment. Mm-hmm. And what happened to, around that situation. It's just been, things have been kind of shitty for reasons I haven't been able to figure out for quite a while. And trying to figure that out, really, you know, like, okay, obviously there's something going on that's causing everybody that I know to be shunning me away and to be treating me like I just, like, you know, killed a basket of kitties or something. You know?
Yeah.
And my knowledge, I didn't. But what it is that I did that's causing others to feel that way, or lead me to feel that there's something that others feel so negatively about me for. It's been kind of where I've found myself to be stuck recently.
Okay. So talk more about what happened today. What were the events that transpired? Can you like kind of walk me through it?
I mean, I just got to a point where it's like, you know, like...
No, I mean, like, with, like... was there, like, some sort of, like, was there an argument that took place? Did you set your phone on a car? You were having a situation, like a dispute with somebody? Was there somebody antagonizing you?
Not entirely. It's just, you know,
Because, I mean, it's been my experience that usually if I'm having a bad day, there are other people participate in this. So what
I've been finding recently and today, there's... Not everybody sucks. The world doesn't suck. People aren't all shitty people, you know? And when people that seem to be definitely trying to be kind and helpful, and for whatever reason that, you know, the world or the universe or whatever forces may be that are against me at the moment, push that off on the other people that, you know, I'm interacting with, and then they're in situations that are now bad because of me. It seems like it's crazy, but the stress, the tension level just kind of, you know, built, and I found myself walking down the street and my phone got ran over.
So it just, like, fell out of your pocket, or what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, that sucks.
Actually, yeah.
Oh my god. So, was there something, like, okay, if you don't mind.
No.
Maybe just explain to me what's been going on with you then that's got you feeling like this, you know, like this world's kind of coming down on you, or not coming down, like the world's coming down on you, but like that you're being, you know, you're facing all these obstacles, and you're examining things through this new lens where you're starting to see that you play a part in your own misery.
Well, absolutely. I mean, as we talked earlier before, you know, been a heroin addict. I've been clean from heroin and all opiates for about 3 years.
Fuck yeah. Thank
you. And, you know, coming back into the world, like, my whole situation around everything leading up to and during my addiction, very codependent person, I guess. I've always been in a relationship. I was 14 and had kids, and
that's heavy.
Left that relationship after 10 years. How that happened is, you know, whatever. And then was in another long-term relationship, and never really being an adult and being my absolute just myself. And so once that came to be,
yeah, it's like
trying to figure out, like, who the fuck am I anymore?
Well, yeah, it's like you have to like hit the ground running.
Well, right. And so, you know, like, doing that and trying to, you know, kind of remember who I used to be before all the mess.
Yeah.
And
well, yeah, like, you know, in Narcotics Anonymous, which I am part of, but I do not represent, that's known. I do not represent Narcotics Anonymous. I am merely a member. But in the steps it says, you know, that you know, yeah, we play a part in our own doom, you know, in fucking up. Oh shit, I totally lost my train of thought when that lady walked by. What's the thing you just said?
You know, having been in addiction and been out of, you know, being addicted to heroin for
Right.
3 years.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, like, specifically the words. Shit. Anyway, yeah, it's, we don't see how we're creating the mess that we're in, because all we can only see from this perspective. We can't see the top of our own heads, you know, and that's why it's important to have, you know, others be our eyes and ears, to be you know, our fucking
Anchor.
Huh?
Anchor.
Well, yeah, that too.
Tether.
Yeah, our tether to sanity. You know, like I need people to remind me when I'm going off the fucking rails. You know, be like, Pat, you need, and I tell people, like, you can say, Pat, shut the fuck up, and it's like I'm passing a note to you to give to me. You know, it's like I'm giving you a note to give to me, so it's like I'm giving a note to myself through you. Pat, shut the fuck up. But I mean, it's a tonal thing, you know. So it's like I appreciate when people say it, like, not like, shut the fuck up, Pat, you know, but Pat, shut the fuck up. Like, you have to say it like that so that I know that it's my words coming through you with love. You know, like, dude, you need to calm down, because it's important, you know, that we have that. But are we willing?
When you have those things, when you have those moments where, you know, someone does give you your message to yourself,
yeah,
like, and you recognize that, are you able to recognize that first and foremost? That, like,
yeah,
this
but
is a
I mean,
kind thing, and this
it
is
takes
either
a moment.
me, or this is a kind person that
Yeah.
I love or loves me, that is reminding me that, like, hey,
No.
I'm
Yeah.
doing too much.
It takes a moment. It takes a moment, because usually I'm very caught up in whatever it is I'm expressing, and then it's like, oh yeah, you know, like it's like I gotta like walk it back a bit and be like, okay, why are they telling me? Why are they saying what they're saying? What am I doing that's causing them to say this? What should I say now? Usually, the first thing I should say is, fuck, I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not mean to impede on what you were saying, or disrespect you, or make you fucking feel uncomfortable. I love you, but then it's like, now I start to feel like a piece of shit. So now it's like, okay, now I have to, like, pick myself back up and, like, thank you for saying so. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Understand that I am a work in progress, and that this is gonna happen again. You know, like, this is gonna happen again and again and again and again. And I love you so much for putting up with me and having tolerance and fucking loving me through me, my experience of being me, because God fucking damn it, I'm trying my best. You know, I really am. And I think a lot of us are. We're just doing our fucking best. But life is goddamn hard, man. It's fucking hard. And when people are not appreciating how much we're struggling, we can get resentful.
And it's hard to even express how hard you're struggling sometimes, too, because who wants to be all, like, you know, that Debbie Downer, or dragging other people down just because, you know, you're feeling some type of way. Like, everybody's dealing with shit, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where I am. I like to be there to help bring other people up. And so when I'm having a hard time, I don't want to sit there and be all, oh, poor me.
Yeah.
You know?
No, because...
But at the same time, like, sometimes you need to just be able to talk to somebody about whatever it is that you're going through.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that. It is.
I know, outside of, like, a very fixed situation where, like, you know, you go and pay somebody to listen to you.
Yeah, but then can you really trust anything that's actually going to do for you either if, they're getting paid to do it? So, maybe they're just going through the motions like people do a job sometimes. Maybe not, but...
No, I had a therapist recently that I'm no longer seeing now. He seemed like a decent guy, but really not very helpful. He would just... Every time we meet, it was just like he would just listen to me talk, and it was cool. And they'd be like, okay, well, it sounds like you're doing really good. Do you want to schedule another meeting? It's like, yeah, but when are you going to challenge me, man? When are you going to fucking help me start working on and talking about, like, my trauma and my grief? I'm not getting drunk and shooting dope, but I'm drinking like copious amounts of fucking caffeine, to keep myself going through the weeks, to maintain this job that I love, because like I need to give back, because I'm struggling through this whole process of recovery, and I'm trying to become a better person. It's like, oh yeah, did I mention the grief thing? Like, are you gonna fucking, are you gonna help me or not? It's like, do I have to fucking tell? It gets frustrating. It's like, do I have to tell somebody how to do their job? Do I have to tell somebody how to therapize me? Do I have to tell somebody how to love me in my personal relationships? Is it my job to explain to somebody how I need to be approached in every instance? Like if somebody's giving you like a massage, right? And you're like, no, a little lower, a little to the side, Or like if you're having sex with somebody, maybe a little faster, maybe a little harder, something like that. Could you spit on your hand? Whatever. Whatever. It's like, it's helpful to offer instruction, and it's worth it. It's a benefit to us both, like whoever, you in that instance, and whoever the other person is, whether it's a sexual situation, you're talking to a therapist, or a lover, or just a coworker, somebody you're dealing with at work, like it's important that we make it known to others how we need to be approached and talked to, so that, not because we want everyone to just drop what they're fucking doing and be a Karen and fucking, and drop everything and just cater to our own personal, selfish, sensitive needs. But just so we can all have some harmony. But as a kindness to myself, I need to make sure that, like, I'm letting people know where my boundaries are, what my limitations are, so that I can utilize my assets and not end up relying on my defects of character to fucking get me through a situation, to cope with other people's bullshit and their madness,
Yeah. And that's kind of where I think I'm at, is that, I've in order to do those kind of things, you have to know yourself. And if you've lived your life wrapped up in other people's everything, whether it was because you were doing it because you love them or not, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, like, if you're busy doing other things for other people, and then the other people are no longer there to be busy with, to do for, and or you just realize, like, hey, I need me too. Like, you go and try to figure that out, and you go to try to find yourself, and in doing so, that's where I found myself. That's pretty much where I'm at, is like, okay, I'm a big girl now, I'm by myself now, like, let's go figure out who I am, who I want to be, who I can be, and then go and do it. And in doing so, questions come up, like, how do you see me? People that I love, that love me, that are close to me in my life, and why do I have these things coming up in my life? If you can, like, we don't look at ourselves like you were saying before. You can't see yourself, and you don't like look at yourself in a mirror all the time. You don't know how.
Well, I do, but that's because I'm beautiful.
But you don't hear what you say to people the way that people hear what you say to people, and you don't compile that into like, oh crap, like every time I talk to this person I'm bitching and I'm probably a jerk to that person, you know.
Yeah, like emotional vampires.
Yes, exactly.
I actually a previous episode of my podcast talks about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then when you learn about these things,
be sure to go back and listen to episode whatever that was.
The fine line. Maybe it's not so fine, but okay. So now I know about these things.
Yeah.
Am I that, or am I being victim to that? Who knows, you know? And for me, it's like you were saying, you know, like the tethering and the having people that you can check in with to like getting your center of gravitational self or whatnot. And it's like, okay, if I'm struggling, who am I going to go to try to figure out what I can do about my struggle or why I'm even struggling? Like, I'm going to go to people that are close to me that I love and that I trust to get feedback about myself and their perception of me in order to try to assess that and work on those character flaws and defects and things that maybe I'm missing about myself that might not be so great to the people around me, you know?
Yeah.
And in doing that is where I've been started to be like pushed away, cast aside, you know, like, and it seems to have happened like out of seemingly like nowhere. You know, like I said, 3 years I've been picking up pieces. I've been coming back into myself, and you know, I rise, I fall, I step forward, I fall back, you know, things happen, but I mean, I haven't gone all the way back off the deep end. I haven't picked up a single opiate. I have pain, and I still don't use because I don't want people that I do love, that I know that my use hurt, to hurt because I use. You know, I don't want to do that. So trying to balance all of these things, and then asking the people closest to me for help, and not like, I need you to like, you know, give me money or like pay my bills or, you know, take me everywhere or anything like that, but just like, can you have a conversation with your daughter and help her figure out who the fuck she is in the world? And you know, spent some time in Florida, and that's where I'm from, but I wasn't with my people that I grew up with. I wasn't in an area that I'm familiar with, and I met new people, and it was crazy chaos, and it was fun, and it was hard, and it was very enriching, enlightening, and for myself, because I'm finally like, I am who I am, and without people's other perceptions of me based on past events, because these people don't know me here, you know. I'm not like playing an act, but I'm literally like, just this is who I am. How do you see me now, you know? But you're like starting over. You have like you don't, not starting over, but like you're like you don't have anything, kind of a clean slate, sort of.
It's just like you don't have the luxury of, or maybe it's the deficit of people like having gone with you through all your bullshit and all the things that made you who you are, that people take for granted sometimes, you know, but even still, you know, like people that know you, like, you know, you can become you know, reproachable, like, you know, intolerance to my bullshit. Like, for my friend Mike, he was like, dude, I don't like it when you talk to me like that. He's like, dude, I've been talking to you like this the whole time, like, since we've known each other, you know. But it's like, but he makes it known to me because he's setting his boundaries, You know, it's like, I don't appreciate it when you call me a pussy. You know, it's like, well, I'm not really trying to tear you down. And because I don't see it through his eyes. I don't feel it through his heart. You know, but these are things that I need to examine. You know, so I appreciate that I have people in my life. But now when I'm going out in the world and meeting new people who know me from nothing, all they see is some fucking weird fucking dude who is dressed way too nicely to be doing what he's done. I mean, I'm not right now, but generally I'm wearing like a suit, you know, and I have scarves and rings, and you know, I'm an artist, and my first canvas is me, you know, so like I present myself in a way that says, hey, look at me, but not for the benefit of like, because I just want attention. It's because I'm expressive, I'm loud, and that I have a point to make. I want to be heard because what I have to say is important, you know, and it's valuable, not only to me, but to those who hear it, who need to hear it. Usually, though, the things that I have to say fall on deaf ears, and the people that need to hear it are talked over. They're, you know, like they're not able to get it because somebody else that doesn't want to hear it is talking to them and trying to talk over me because they perceive my effort to be something of grandstanding and pride, and they feel like a need to push me down in order to build themselves up. And it's like, dude, that's not where I'm coming from. You know, it's not my motivation. I'm not trying to be the biggest dick in the room. I'm just trying to be the prettiest and most beautiful. You know what I mean? Most functioning, whatever. I don't know. I just want it to feel good. Okay, that's my second and final, like inappropriate. That's what she said.
I can understand.
But
that.
you know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like I'm not trying to make people uncomfortable. I'm really not. But I do. And it's important to ask myself why, and just like you're asking yourself why.
Right. Well, see, and like for me, people have always liked me. I've never really understood why people like me as much as they do, or why as many people like me as they do, but they always have, and they still do. You know, I go to a new place and like people enjoy my company, or so they say, and they spend time with me and we talk and I share, like, you know, and like I said to you earlier, you know, when someone says something to me and they have, you know, they're going through a problem or whatever, and I, you know, speak back on it, I'm not speaking to them to give them advice because it's what I think they need to do or what they should do or whatever. But, you know, my perspective on their situation as an outside person, I'm not the one living that situation, and maybe I've lived something or I'm going through something similar and I can offer a different way of looking at things. I think that everybody should be able to do that, and you can take it or leave it, but if you're talking to me about something, obviously you care enough to maybe hear what I, you know, and anybody can tell me to shut the fuck up at any point in time too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to hear what I have to say, then
it's like,
tell me to
but like, why are you talking to me if you didn't want my feedback?
Right, and so
no, I feel I
you
know exactly what you mean.
But at the same time, I don't want to always be walking, because then I feel like, oh, like, who's this fucking know-it-all? Like, and nobody gives me that impression that that's like how they see me. But in trying to find myself still, like I'm just trying to balance all of that, you know. And like I said, you know, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But, you know, I was in Florida and things were okay, and I came back and, you know, my mom had some health issues, and I stayed for that. And then the death in the family in Florida, and got left behind and didn't get to go. And now anybody that, it takes a real quick nosedive, honestly, but I don't want to do the whole pity party thing.
Well, if you'd like to maybe save that
for sure,
for the next episode, because we're planning on attending another thing here. So thank you everybody for joining us and listening. All one of you on the live feed, but everybody who listens to this later, thank you for listening, and please stay tuned for part 2, because I'm really intrigued and interested to find out where the story goes and see how this develops. Thank you. Really,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Walgreens, thank you, Walgreens.
Yeah.
Thank you for cigarette habits.
Yeah. Thanks for thank you, addiction. I mean, in some respect, I have to thank my addiction for bringing me to where I am. But yeah. All right. Well, this is awesome. Thank you all for listening. Like I said, and tune in next time. Where we will continue this, and until then, please do your best to not be an asshole. Don't suck. I know it's a lot to ask, but just try. Just try. Try.
And try again.
I've been listening to a lot of Pink lately.
That's good.
I'm playing my drum to it. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, all right. Bye for now.
Yo, where the life at? Yeah, I'm needing more, cause I've never been in a town like this. Is such a bore. Yo, we need a moment, but not of silence. Something needs to happen round here, cause we're losing vitals. Let's cause a riot out here, cause we need to turn it up. Let's cause a fire, cause this town is cold, let's burn it up. So let's start the attack, running through the city like maniacs. Inside town now they can